Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be reading a portion from the epic Beowulf, which an epic is just a long poem, if you don't know that already. So the author is actually unknown and nobody really knows who wrote it. A lot of the copies were burned in a fire, and so the first few pages were gone and nobody really knows, and there's portions of the book. It's not exactly complete, but it's complete enough that you can get most of the story. So I'm going to be actually reading from one of the last chapters. It's actually his funeral, which shows how much his village and the people that he was surrounded with respected him and honored him for how brave he was, and it shows how great of a man he was. Um, he fought off earlier in the epic. He fought off a monster called Grendel, and he protected his village from that. And he also, how he died, he was fighting a dragon who was terrorizing villages, and he had a treasure, and Beowulf went to go get the treasure and give it to his people. He was very humble, he was very giving. He let his people have it. So I'm going to start reading this chapter. Then fashioned for him the folks of Geat, firm on earth a funeral pile, and hung it with helmets and harnesses of war, and breastplates bright. As a boon he asked, and they laid amid it the mighty chieftain. Heroes mourning their dastard dear. Then on the hill, the hugest of balefires, the warriors wakened. Wood smoke rose, black over blaze, and blent was the roar of flame with weeping. Till the fire had broken the frame of bones, hot as the heart, in heavy mood their misery moaned they their master's death. Wailing her woe, the widow old, her hair upbound for Beowulf's death, sung her sorrow and said full oft that she dreaded the doleful days to come. Thus enow the doom of battle and shame. The smoke by the sky was devoured. The folk of the welders fashioned there on the headland a barrow broad and nigh, by ocean faroes far descried. In 10 days' time their toil had raised it, the brave battle's beacon. Round brands of the pry, the wall they built, the worthiest ever, that wit could prompt in their wisest men, they placed in the barrow that precious booty. The rounds and the rings they had reft erewhile, hardy heroes from hoard and cave, trusting the grounds with treasures of earls, gold in the earth wherever it lies. Useless to men as yore it was, then about the barrow the battle keen rode. Athling born, the band of 12, meant to make it to mourn their king. Chant their dirge and their chieftain honor, they praised his earlship and the acts of prowess, worthy witnessed, and well it is. That men their master friendly, mighty laud, heartily love, then hence he goes from life in the body forlorn away. Thus made their mourning the men of Geatland, for their hero's passing, his hearth champions. Quote that all the kings of earth, of men he was the mildest and most beloved, to his king the kindest, keenest for praise.